Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly wrap only on KENS 5 Plus. I'm your host Audrey Gastelena. We want to get you up to date on some of the biggest stories from the week. All right, at number 5 in our countdown, remembrances of legendary actor Robert Redford are continuing to pour in from across the country. Redford died Tuesday morning at the age of 89. San Antonio's own director Robert Rodriguez shared a message online about Redford and his creation of the Sundance Film Festival, which highlighted independent films. The festival led to Rodriguez's success with the movie El Mariachi. Rodriguez thanked Redford for his vision and independent spirit that changed his life forever. At number 4, more than $1.7 million was poured into Whataburger's Cups That Care fundraiser for Texas flood relief. And that money was handed out on Tuesday to organizations helping in the disaster response. And this includes groups like the Children's Bereavement Center, Team Rubicon, and the Gary Sinise Foundation, and the Community Foundation of the Texas Hill Country. Whataburger CEO Debbie Stroud said a lot of it was customers.
That is just from the sale of the cups, and we originally said that we were going to offer them through the end of August, but there was such a great demand and energy around it, we kept it going through the end of September.
Whataburger restaurants in 17 states helped to raise all of that money. And lots of us look to the weekend to, catch up on sleep. But as KENS 5's Jeremy Baker reports, many who think they're actually getting the Z's they need on the weekend may actually be falling further behind.
It is called social apnea or social jet lag. What is it? The combined effects of late nights and weekend habits that contribute to already existing obstructive sleep apnea. And in some cases, it could be deadly.
The biggest things are what's going on to our internal systems. Our internal bodily systems they're destroyed over time by sleep apnea.
Some factors that could trigger social apnea include irregular sleep schedules, alcohol, smoking, and other weekend-related lifestyle factors. Alcohol is a big one.
It has a tendency to affect some of the biochemistry that takes place, and everything just sort of relaxes, gets a little bit more flaccid, is more prone to collapse.
A 2025 study in the American Journal of Respiratory and Clinical Care Medicine found those with mild obstructive sleep apnea, or OSA, were close to 20% more likely to experience at least moderate OSA on Saturdays compared to midweek. 2 out of every 10 men saw an increased risk on the weekends, while only 1 out of every 10 women did. Sleep studies and CPAPs are often being used as a starting point to battle OSA, but now at-home sleep test technology is changing the game by allowing you to use your smartphone to help diagnose a very undiagnosed condition.
Home sleep test technology has been distilled down to where it's just you put a ring on your finger, it syncs up with your cell phone, and you have a medical grade, clinical quality sleep test the next morning.
For more information about obstructive sleep apnea and how to treat it, head to the story on KENS5.com. Jeremy Baker, KENS 5.
Interesting stuff. All right, the weekly wrap is back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
A broken vehicle fixed after 5 months of no help.
KENS 5 made it 100% better.
A busted windshield fixed after getting the runaround from a contractor.
And you guys did it. Y'all were amazing.
A much-needed tax refund this man couldn't access. Yep, fixed.
KENS 5 actually helped me out quite a lot, actually.
Have a consumer problem you can't solve? Call KENS. Weekdays at 6 on KENS 5.
Got a problem, call KENS. They will solve the problem.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very, 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 very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family. I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
We want to get you breaking news right now.
Here, let me show you the police activity.
New insight into a deadly police shooting.
We just got an update from fire officials. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage, live or on demand, right here on KENS 5+.
Welcome back. At number 3 in our countdown, a New York judge threw out state terrorism charges against Luigi Mangione, the man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson last December. The judge said that prosecutors did not prove Mangione's goal was to, quote, intimidate and coerce a civilian population. Mangione does still face a second-degree murder charge that could carry a life sentence. The Justice Department has said it's seeking the death penalty in Mangione's federal case. At number 2, the Federal Reserve cuts its key interest rate by a quarter point. Now, officials say they project it to do this twice more this year as concern grows at the central bank about the health of the nation's labor market. The move is the Fed's first cut since December and lowered its short-term rate to about 4.1%, down from 4.3%. Now, federal officials had kept their rate unchanged this year as they evaluated the impacts of tariffs, higher immigration enforcement, and other Trump administration policies on inflation and the economy. And Hispanic Heritage Month is now underway. San Antonio is celebrating not just with music and food, but with color, history, and paint. Across the city, outdoor artists tell powerful stories of identity, resilience, and community. KENS 5's Isis Romero takes us on a tour of a few of San Antonio's most meaningful murals.
In San Antonio, history isn't just preserved, it's painted into the present. During Hispanic Heritage Month, the city's murals appear more colorful than ever, telling stories of struggle, triumph, and cultural pride.
Here, this is her family, right? We're paying homage to her parents that have already passed, La Virgen de Guadalupe, which I think is prominent in almost all the houses around here. And what's really cool about this one, we incorporated
this West Side mural on South Trinity, entitled 8 Stages in the Life of a Chicana,
but when she looks in the mirror,
tells the visual story of a woman's life.
Things that our kids recognize, right? And again, the skin tones are brown, you know, people of Mexican American and Mexican descent. And so this is like her family, right, when she's growing up.
Several of the city's murals were created with the help of Sananto Cultural Arts, a nonprofit that's commissioned 66 public murals since the 90s.
Just kind of creating a canvas out in the community where people can learn about San Antonio through visual storytelling, which I think is great.
Each mural becomes a neighborhood landmark, a lesson, and a legacy.
She talked to the community, and they really wanted to highlight women.
Like this one at the corner of West Commerce and North Navidad.
And so she kind of created this Mother Earth tree right here using these big, bold, beautiful colors. And then a sun and a moon, which is, I think, you know, part of our cultura. All the abuelitas have like the sun and the moon outside their house and things like that. So she created this sort of Mother Earth goddess figure with the sun and the moon. And then she's highlighted different women that people in this neighborhood look up to.
The murals serve as more than art.
And then she actually put what certain herbs are used for.
For the artists themselves, it's a reflection of who they are.
This is a very kind of personal thing to me, just because, you know, I feel representation is important. This color right here.
Rudy Herrera has been painting murals in San Antonio's inner core for almost a decade.
He's getting hit with arrows at our heart.
His art is inspired by his ancestors.
This kind of flat, real linear style is just something that we're kind of familiar seeing, just because our ancestors kind of had that styling, just because we saw it first before outside influence.
Block by block, San Antonio's murals color the city with more than just paint and plaster. They fill it with pride and a reverence for the past that will never fade. Isis Romero, KENS 5.
Love that story. Such beautiful artwork. Well, stick with us. The Weekly Wrap is back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia, generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
Talked to this police officers, and she told me to call Ken 5.
Every week, Ken's 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC is working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
it was shocking. Clearly, something went wrong.
Or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
Just call Ken's. Weekdays at 6, only on Ken's 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call Ken 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots, I have Spurs roots, I have Texas Fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching Ken's 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
If you want a meal that will make you say,
So good!
That is fantastic. Catch Neighborhood Eats, where we find the best local restaurants. Streaming now on Ken's 5 Plus.
Welcome back. Right now we want to get to our quick hits with Meredith Haas, who's covering solar flares, weird food cravings, and much more. Check it out.
Good news, not all hope is lost if the sun decides to go haywire and send a solar flare our way. AI is doing its part. It now can predict solar wind days before it affects anything. This will help protect satellites, navigation systems, and power grids. And scientists are using stem cells to reverse stroke damage. The studies were done on mice, and the stem cell transplants showed that they reverse stroke damage by regenerating neurons, restoring motor functions, even repairing blood vessels. And if you've noticed some foods tasting sweeter or saltier, there could be a reason why. Research in over 400 people is showing that those who take Ozempic or Wegovy, they're tasting their food and it tastes a little bit saltier and a little bit sweeter. This is also tied to a reduced appetite. Thank you for watching this week's Quick Hits. I'm Meredith Haas.
And at number 1 in our countdown, the man accused of killing Charlie Kirk made his first virtual court appearance Tuesday. Tyler Robinson is charged with several crimes, including aggravated murder and obstruction of justice. According to the court documents, Robinson's DNA was found on the trigger of the rifle used in the shooting. Prosecutors also outlined incriminating text messages between Robinson and his roommate. Prosecuting attorneys are seeking the death penalty. If convicted, Robinson could face the death penalty by a firing squad. Well, thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Weekly Wrap, only on Ken's 5 Plus. We'll see you next week with all your other headlines. Bye, guys.